Hola mi gente, welcome to Kiss My Crafts. My name's Maritza, in case you didn't know. It would be good if I had the plastic cover back. Already started as a hot mess video. Okay. Hi, welcome to Kiss My Crafts. I am working on my Rude, Crude, Nude, and Dark diamond painting called I Am a Naughty, Naughty Hooker. When I first showed this, a lot of people suggested that I work on this for the event. So I did start it because I couldn't help myself. This is all crystals. You can't see it. Let me see if I shut this off, if you can see. Okay, here, yeah, you can see it. Isn't that pretty? These are all black crystals that are on here for the word hooker. These here, and up that way, they're, excuse me, glow in the dark. Yeah, everything is a special drill except the background. We either have crystals, we have glow in the dark, and those with the micro glitter or mica powder. I always call it micro glitter. So yeah, the only ones that are regular are the white. That's the background. Anyway, so this is by Gemstone Creations. I looked to see if it was available. It is sold out. I don't know if they bring them back eventually, not sure. But it's a small kit, my kind of size, lots of color blocking, and I really want to finish it. So recently I put up a WIP and chat, and in that WIP and chat I had meant to talk about my experience in Dad's hometown. And I totally failed to do it, but it was long enough, so I decided, you know what, this deserves its own video. I'll talk about Dad. I'll share pictures of him as a younger man, of where he's from, you know, the pictures I took recently while I was there, and my experience while I diamond paint. So pull out a project, but when I start showing pictures, just pay attention because it's a beautiful, beautiful island. Absolutely beautiful. Has some of the most beautiful beaches I have seen in person. And I have been to several islands and never seen beaches like this. Just beautiful, peaceful, quiet, clean. It's very mountainous, so everywhere you mountainous, and it's a small island, so anywhere you are, you have a view. There's a view. There's a beautiful view. It's just beautiful. But mi gente, I couldn't wait to leave. First, it's very poor. The people are very poor. The establishments, for whatever reason, cannot get workers for them to stay open a full day. There's a panaderia, which is like a bakery, but they serve coffee and breakfast, sandwiches, pastries. They have a full seating area inside, but they don't have enough workers to open the seating area. So you order from a window and you eat it outside in your car. They do have tables outside that you could sit at. But mi gente, the heat was unbearable. It's a tropical heat, so if it's 90 degrees, it feels like 107. No lie. That's what the temperature said. 90 degrees, but feels like 107. We took 2 and 3 showers a day. All right. No one has freaking air conditioning. The funeral parlor did. They need to have air conditioning. The hotel room was freezing. It was great. But no one else had air conditioning. It was horrible. You had to eat in the heat. I mean, in the shade, you did get that ocean breeze. But if you were in direct sun, let me see if you, I'm going to have to turn this off so you can see. I got color without trying, okay? You got to see the rest of me. From my chest to the mid-thigh, I'm totally pale. Everything else got sun without me trying. I was walking around. I mean, we went to the beach, but I sat in the shade under palm trees. I did not sit outside in the sun. Only the first time we went, and that was enough. Because I try not to get burned. And I didn't get burned. I felt a little tiny bit of a sting, but it wasn't enough to make me super uncomfortable. And I learned from that, and that was it. As long as I had some shade that I could stand under, that's where I was. Okay, I was not trying to be in that sun. Humid, forget about trying to do your hair. Forget that shit. The humidity was stifling. All right. I have to go back one more time, and that's for when we can place my dad's headstone. We have to wait a year. Dirt's got to settle and harden. Things got to happen. And then I think they can do like the slab of concrete that they put on it. And then finally, like a few months after that, we can do the headstone. I don't plan on going July, August, not June. No. If I go back, when I go back, it will be January, February, when it is cooler and more tolerable. We stayed at a hotel called The Block. El Bloc. B-L-O-K. It's one of the nicer hotels on the island from what I understand. And I shared a room with my twin nieces. And it was beautiful. It was very nice. We had a sofa. We had a table with 4 chairs. We had a decent bathroom. A small closet. Not much drawer space. There was no TV. Yeah, no TV. I had no TV. And there's not much to do on the island but eat. I mean, they have tours that you can go on, but we weren't there for that. And so basically we did, aside from the day, the funeral and those things that we had to arrange, flowers, they don't have fresh flowers on the island. No, they don't. The lady at the flower shop was very nice and very helpful, but she had no pictures of what the arrangements that she made. And she was the only one on the island that did arrangements for funerals. The other flower shop apparently didn't delve in funeral arrangements. So we had no choice. Luckily, what she did with what she had, I was okay with. Wasn't what I would have gotten should we have done the funeral here. No, it wasn't. But pretty much had no choice. However, I wasn't dissatisfied. Yeah. There is no Dunkin' Donuts. There is no Starbucks. There is no CVS, no Walgreens, no Target, no Walmart. You had El Colmado. That was your supermarket, and there was a couple. That you found here and there, small grocery stores, and then you had the supermarkets, which from what I understand, I would be leery to buy from. Stuff like meats and shit like that. Then I looked at the meats. Some looked okay, but some looked like, you need to get rid of this, like yesterday. And I'm not trying to talk bad about the island. It's an island. And they're poor on that island. Now, you do have people that have absolutely gorgeous houses. We visited my sister-in-law's aunt, and she lives on a property that was owned by her father. And the siblings took up, their own spot and built their houses on it, and absolutely beautiful. They take care of it. The grass is beautiful. They have mango trees, avocado trees, quenepas, what's called Spanish limes. I love those. There were other types of fruit trees. There was star fruit tree, and beautifully kept. The house was beautiful, but they had no AC. They didn't have no AC. Fans, she did have fans, and she made us a very nice meal. We had avocado right off the tree. Oh my God, it was so good. All right, and then there was another fruit. I think it was guava fruit or guanaba. It was guava. I didn't have none of that, but I had mango, fresh from the tree. Absolutely delicious, and it's a shame that a lot of that gets wasted and falls. Near the hotel, there was 2 Spanish lime trees, and me and my niece went looking, trying to see if we could get some, but they were so high up, and we opted to get the ones that fell on the floor that was still good. Wash them off and eat them suckers. If you don't know what a Spanish lime is, I'll put a picture of it right here. I used to call them mini mangoes because it's mostly pit and some meat on the pit that you suck off the pit, and then you get rid of the pit, and you don't eat the skin either. But they're so good, and they grow in bunches on trees. So the beauty of the island with those kind of trees just randomly growing anywhere, it's just beautiful. Everywhere you look, there's a beach, there's water. Beautiful, I tell you. Horses. Horses running free everywhere. They knew traffic. They heard a car coming, they got out the way. It was weird. But they weren't the type of horses you just go up and pet. And tourists go and try to do that. They get kicked in the face. They get hurt. You can't do that. You gotta leave those horses alone. You get out of their way. Okay? You don't go up to them to feed them. They eat. They find their food. Okay? They're everywhere. Sometimes in packs of 2, sometimes on their own, sometimes in packs of 10 and 20. All right? One morning I came out of the hotel and there was a whole pack of them just walking by on the road. It was actually beautiful, and it happened so fast I didn't have a chance to record. But yeah, that's where Dad was born. It's come a long way from when I was younger and last went, They started building a hospital. If you have an emergency, you have to go to the main island. You have to go to Puerto Rico, and they helicopter you there if you have an emergency. Otherwise, you have to go to a doctor. You're having a baby and it's about to come. If you don't have a midwife, you better go to the main island. You better prep for that. Chickens everywhere. We ate some fabulous food, very fresh fish. Oh my God, it was so good. We were eating in this place called Duffy's. I was having fish bites with smashed plantains, and it was delicious. That fish was so fresh. And when you look to the side over the railing, there was a family of chickens, a mama with her chicks right there. And soon after came the rooster. Everywhere you go, there was chickens, chicks, roosters. They roostered all day, all night long. I don't know when they rested. Um, you don't bother them either. You don't bother them. You just let them be. The locals don't bother them. I wasn't trying to bother them. You know, it's the tourists that think, oh, look how cute. Let me go touch it. And here comes mama or papa. They're going to come get you. Leave them alone. And you don't feed them because then they come out of nowhere. They'll come out of nowhere. So you just pretty much ignore them. Take pictures if you want, stuff like that, but you ignore them. We did experience some rudeness, you know, right off the ferry. On the ferry, actually. Someone told, there was so many people on that ferry coming in. It was very hard to get out because there wasn't much organization. And I had nowhere to go, and ladies telling me, excuse me. I'm like, where do you want me to go? You want to jump over me? Jump over me if you could. I'll scoot down a little bit, but I ain't got nowhere to go for you to talk about excuse me, unless I stand on somebody's luggage, because people go there for the weekend. There's tourists, and then there's people from the mainland that go there for the beach for the day. And so the weekend, the ferry's very busy, Friday and Saturday, and then going back Sunday, Monday. Luckily, our ferry going back was on Tuesday, and it wasn't so bad. But going there, woo-wee, I won't do it on those days ever again. We were lucky because my sister-in-law, she has a cousin that works, that's like a brother. He works for the ferry, so we had our ferry tickets ahead of time. Going in, coming back to the main island. So I just pretty much wanted to show you and share some pictures of Dad, and share that part of my life. Vieques, Puerto Rico. If you're ever in Puerto Rico and there's a tour there, I'd take it. It's nice. Just don't be out after 8 o'clock. That was the warning that I got, okay? Don't be out after 8 o'clock, especially by yourself. We would go out because what we stayed was a strip called La Esperanza. And on that strip, usually is where probably the festivals are and where the hangouts happen. So you have restaurants, and you have where you book tours. They have a beach called Bio Bay, where there's something in it that at night it's fluorescent, and they have these clear kayaks that you go on. They give you a little tutorial how to handle yourself on the kayak. They give you a little tour, and you get to see this, you wave your hand in the water and you see this fluorescent particles just lighten up. I have yet to see it. I would love to see it, but we weren't there for that. So it's different things going on. There's a bar where they do karaoke, and everything's open. Everything's open air. Everything's hot. No AC. But at night it's more bearable. It's just the humidity that you get. But there's a beautiful, beautiful ocean breeze that you get a lot of. So it made it bearable. However, the humidity made you sweat. So when you got back to the room, you had to take a shower. Yeah, 2 and 3 times a day we took showers. So on this strip are the restaurants. Really good food. Then there was the end of summer festival, where it was expected that there were going to be a lot of kiosks open, selling different things, artisans selling their stuff. There was one that was there Friday. She was there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And she sold things that she painted. Let me show you what I bought. I bought magnets for some of the people at work. And basically, it's just a little memento of the island. This is an example, okay? So, shells are in abundance on the beach, and everywhere you go, there's beach. Beautiful beach. So I bought quite a few of them for people at work. From her. My sister-in-law bought from her as well. She also gave me a freebie one because I bought from her twice. And I really loved her stuff. And now I regret not buying one of her bigger pieces. So I don't know if when I go back, if she's going to be there or not. So I was expected to see more artisans, more kiosks open. But my sister-in-law said it wasn't like what it used to be. That place would get full. All kinds of vendors, all kinds of artisans, different foods, different drinks. There were a few, but not what was expected. I was kind of happy because that means the crowd was going to be bearable. You know, I don't like being in shoulder to shoulder crowd, especially when I'm told that the crime is high. No. I already live in New York City and I stay my ass in my house. Yeah, I want to be in the middle of something that pops off and I don't even live there. But luckily, everything was nice. Everything was smooth. The food was really good. There were no incidents. There were no delays. It's just a couple of rude moments in the ferry, at the ferry. And in an establishment that was very modern, and it was air conditioning. It was like a specialty coffee shop that sold breakfast and wraps, some salads, pastries, different types of coffees, iced frappes. And I didn't like the way I was being treated as a customer, especially when I came correct, and then the next day my sister-in-law's brother was also treated not so well over a tourist. So yeah, they got a bad review. But everywhere else it was pretty nice. But yeah, I think I'll stop talking now and let you see some pictures. So I'll bid adieu right here, and you know what to do. Until my next video, take care of yourselves, be safe, enjoy the slideshow, and besos. Mwah.
Es un buen tipo, mi viejo, que anda solo y esperando. Tiene la tristeza larga de tanto venir andando. Yo lo miro desde lejos, pero somos tan distintos. Es que creció con el siglo, con tranvía y vino tinto. Viejo, querido viejo, ahora ya camina lerdo, como perdonando el viento. Yo soy tu sangre, mi viejo, soy tu silencio y tu tiempo. Él tiene los ojos buenos y una figura pesada. La edad se le vino encima, sin carnaval ni comparsa. Yo tengo los años nuevos y el hombre los años viejos. El dolor